And as we look at the tail of the tape, he's a 40-year-old fighter. Taking a look, his opponent only 26 years old. Cody Clark, 6'4", 253. You see that weight difference just under that 30-pound gap that is required there. 3-2 for Jimenez, but a 3-fight win streak. Cody Clark, 2-1.
Now for our official fighter introductions, we'll head inside the cage to Jaden Ants.
And now, the official Hard Knocks fighter introductions. In the blue corner for Big Four Motors, he's 3-2 as an amateur, 40 years old, and stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 228 pounds. Fighting out of United Fighter MMA from Estevan, Saskatchewan. Please welcome Hard Knocks fighter Felix the Cat Jimenez. And in the red corner for the Shooting Edge, he's 2-1 as an amateur, 26 years old, and stands 6 feet, 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 253 pounds. Fighting out of Dynamic MMA from Calgary, please welcome Hard Knocks fighter Cody the Grizzly Clark. This title fight will be contested under amateur rules. The referee in charge of the action is Mr. Adam Cheadle.
Adam Cheadle, our referee, with some final instructions for the fighters.
Okay, gentlemen, this is for the Hard Knocks amateur heavyweight title. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Come out ready to fight.
Death stare from Cody Clark.
Cody Clark will come out of the red corner in the black and white dynamic trunks, the red Hayabusa shorts for Felix Jimenez coming out of the blue corner. These two fighters have been on a collision course for a very long time, and they meet in the center of the cage. The heavyweight title's on the line. Immediately shooting for the takedown is Jimenez. Clark trying the standing guillotine.
Well, and Jimenez doing an excellent job in getting Clark pushed up against the cage. That's a lot of power being put on the neck of Felix Jimenez, but if you put him up against the cage, he can't do the drop down as effectively, and as you see, the guillotine has come out now, and you see the forward pressure being put on by Jimenez.
Jimenez forcing the much bigger man up against the cage. Again, a 25... What looked like a low blow, Cody Clark assuring the referee no it wasn't, but good on the referee. It looked like a low blow from where he was. Stopped the action, and good sportsmanship there from Cody Clark to suggest, to ensure him that it wasn't.
There's a big right hand. That's an 87-mile-an-hour throw from the outfield to second base, right on target.
Now credit Cody Clark, he didn't even move when it hit him.
He's a big, strong guy. I said he was hard-headed, and he's proven it right there. That punch would have dropped many other people. Certainly you and I.
Clark now trying to cut the cage off for Jimenez. As many as 5 3-minute rounds in this fight. Again, a 25-pound weight difference between these two fighters, and Felix weighed in with a chain and a big watch on. Couple nice punches there from Jimenez, landing as Cody Clark backed up.
And he's getting in, landing his punches, and getting out, staying away from the big paws of the Grizzly. And again, if you are facing off against a 250-pound man, you want to get in there, get your hits in, and get away before he can get a hold of you.
A nice catch of the kick and a right hand to the face of Jimenez from Clark. Again, Clark just backing Jimenez up against the cage. Cutting him off, trying to close the distance. Jimenez, nice blocks there, keeping the fists away. Trying to jump in with the jab. Both of these guys coming off a long layoff, Jeremy. Almost seemed like they were waiting for each other to make this fight happen.
Well, and the frustrating thing is that this fight 18 months ago was actually only 17 pounds away. So had it been under the new rules, they would have been fighting 18 months ago. And judging by the start of this one, I would have liked to see that one, and I would like to have seen it again here tonight.
Cody Clark lands a big punch and hears it from his hometown crowd. Short time left now in round number 1. Both fighters may be looking for that last exchange. And now you can see they come out for round number 2. And again, same thing. Cody Clark trying to cut off the cage, keep the quicker man to the outside.
Well, and if you can also get the quicker man to go into your attack. Here's a nice double leg attempt from Felix Jimenez. A little grab of the shorts there, but didn't end up doing any sort of damage. It surprises me that Felix Jimenez with that right hand is trying to take Cody Clark to the ground. But again, with having Jesse Bongfeld in your corner, perhaps it's a strategy that they discussed when they were working there. A little bit of a knockdown and a nice knee from Jimenez.
Yeah, Clark initially caught the kick, and Jimenez bent his knee and kicked him backwards, throwing him off balance to the ground. You gotta wonder, Jeremy, if the attempt to take him to the ground isn't a respect of what Cody Clark can do as a striker.
Well, again, if you were 250 pounds, if you throw those hands out there, you don't have to throw them with a lot of force to do damage.
And again, catching that kick, Jimenez not getting that kick back fast enough.
Yeah, the kick has to go out and hit and back in the same speed. So you hit, you land, you strike, and immediately you got to bring that foot back. If you let it linger, you're going to get it caught. Cody Clark looks to be timing the kicks of Felix Jimenez.
Couple punches landing from Clark. Jimenez pushes him away. Jimenez, 14 years, Clark senior.
You can hear some chants for Cody Clark as he is the hometown guy. A nice leaping jab from Felix Jimenez, countered by a right hand by Cody Clark.
You can see Jimenez now backed up against the cage. A nice uppercut there from Clark.
That landed tough.
Again, Jimenez tough as well. He's taken some big punches from some of the best heavyweights we've had in the amateur ranks here in Hard Knocks. Again, just stalking his prey as the Grizzly. Cornering Jimenez, keeping him at bay, just cutting off the cage, Jeremy.
Well, and being patient as well. He's not rushing in. He realizes that there's the big power from the hand. And you heard Matt Krako in the corner saying, look, he's got that big right hand. You've got to avoid it. But that is all that he has. And I think the fact that Cody Clark has been catching the kicks of Felix Jimenez, he's taken away a weapon for Jimenez. I don't think Jimenez is as comfortable throwing those kicks at this point in the fight.
Yeah,
of course, then he just throws one.
Clark has spent a lot of time between the logo and the fence with Jimenez between them. And again, looking for that guillotine, Jimenez pops right out. And with short time in round number 2, a low blow at the end of round 2. And this round break may be a little bit longer than 90 seconds. Jimenez continues to recover from this low blow. Kayla Spies will have interviews with all of our winners, including Dylan Main from earlier tonight. He picked up a win over Taylor Bonagovsky with a heel or a straight ankle lock, not a twisting lock. And Solomon Cordarelli also picked up a win. You can hear the fans. Kind of jeering at this point. However, I would suggest any fan that is jeering Felix Jimenez at this point, stand up and let Cody Clark take one to your pills and see how long it takes you to get back up.
Yep. And no, I don't want that. No,
well, you're not booing, so you understand.
Felix Jimenez can take his
yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like they're going to get ready to go here. And they're just checking to make sure, hey, it was a mistake, but let's get this fight started.
So it looks like we are underway now. Felix Jimenez will come out for the third round against Cody Clark of a possible 5 3-minute rounds in this heavyweight title fight. Our amateur co-main event the amateur, the other fight, another title fight later tonight, as Sam Franchi will defend his title.
Against a tough opponent in Sam Bethune. That happens starting at 9 o'clock, so local time. So we will see, but we're back to the action now, as the Superman punch that was called for in the corner was attempted but didn't land. And again, Cody Clark just cutting off the cage, making Felix Jimenez do all the moving.
Yeah, Cody Clark. Oh, a nice right hand from Felix. That one backs Clark up, and Jimenez loads the right hand, and it kind of chases the Grizzly back across the cage, but then Jimenez backs off, Jeremy.
Well, and again, there's that Superman punch.
That one got through.
Yeah, trying to find some way to break down, because Cody is staying very well positioned. He's also keeping his hands up, and has seemed to counter everything that Felix Jimenez threw in round 2, so maybe a little more unorthodox here in round 3.
Landed a nice combination there to the pleasure of the hometown crowd. Again, catches that kick. And Jeremy, I don't know that I've seen as many kicks caught in a single fight as we have here tonight from Cody Clark.
Well, and the other thing is just the positioning of the kicks. The best place to put the kick is right above the knee and with downward pressure, so that your foot slides down. If it's high up in the thigh like that, it's an easy catch for Cody Clark.
Jimenez dancing around the outside. Cody Clark controlling the logo as he continues to try and find an opening to put the smaller man away. A shot, a liver punch attempt from Felix Jimenez there, Jeremy, trying to shut the big man down.
Well, and Cody Clark caught him with a little bit of a quick punch as he changed levels. So now some body shots being thrown by Cody Clark.
That a low punch from Jimenez. Again, Clark, Jeremy, has just controlled the center of the cage this entire fight.
Well, it's so much more movement for Felix Jimenez on the outside, and even though he's a smaller heavyweight, he's still a heavyweight, and the more movement that happens, a nice punch there, as good left hand coming from Cody Clark, but the more he makes Felix move, the more he tires him out.
Yeah, Clark also ate a left jab from Jimenez. And again, they continue to kind of paw away at one another, occasionally finding the right range.
That was a nicely located kick by Felix Jimenez.
Trying to kick the liver as requested. And Clark took that kick and walked right through it.
Well, Cody Clark just showing a lot of confidence here. I think, again, there wasn't much in by way of big exclamation points in that round, but what there was that ever-present cage control by Cody Clark, just making Felix Jimenez stay and stick to the outside.
Yeah, this one very interesting. We're going to go to a 4th round. It's championship rounds, and this, especially in the heavyweight division, Jeremy, is where conditioning can become a factor.
Well, if you can stay effective throughout all 5 rounds, especially at heavyweight, you are going to be an excellent fighter. And at this point, this is the training that these fighters need to understand what a full unified rules fight feels like. 3 5-minute rounds as opposed to 5 3-minute rounds. So it's a natural progression. 3 threes, 5 threes for a title. Once you fought for a title a couple times, then you move yourself over and fight the 3 5s. Sorry, 5 threes.
So far, for both fighters, got to be calling for more of the same. If you're in the corner of Cody Clark, just watch out for the knockout punch, which both of these fighters are capable of delivering at any moment. The Hard Knocks title is on the line in our prelim main event here at the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We want to thank everybody for tuning in on the pay-per-view. Don't forget, before the fight, you can help support your favorite athlete by buying the pay-per-view directly from their athlete page on the Hard Knocks Fighting website. So again, Clark immediately across the cage to cut it off and keep Felix Jimenez boxed in that one corner. Just a pawing kick to keep Cody Clark at bay. Another kick, that one to the inside thigh.
The sharpness of the punches has really slowed down in these last 2 rounds as Cody Clark just continues to put forward pressure on Felix Jimenez. He never gives him an opportunity to really breathe, and just knows, Felix Jimenez knows that with the fence behind him, that Cody Clark can come in at any time. Cody Clark has all this space to retreat to if Felix Jimenez decides to make a run. That's a nice kick by Jimenez.
And nice kick to the body. Jimenez trying to use kicks to create a little bit of distance. That one sounding worse than it was.
Continuing to throw out these front kicks.
And again, loading the Superman punch, that time keeping it in his bag. Again, Clark trying to paw away, as you mentioned earlier, and Jimenez just kicks him twice in the belly, sending him back. So it's interesting, Jeremy, because at this point, so far halfway through round 4, Jimenez has certainly landed more volume of strikes, but he's been on the run in this round from Cody Clark.
Again, it's so hard to judge when you are backwards at this. And I understand what Felix Jimenez is doing in staying in his corner so he can hear his corner's advice. But the problem is that if you are constantly moving back, that's what judges love to be able to score against. And so I understand why Jimenez is staying in the corner, but he's got to try to find a way to get back to the middle and own the center as Cody Clark continues to land shots from this center position.
Yeah, Cody Clark has landed a couple shots up against the fence. Another kick to the inside of the leg of Cody Clark. And Jimenez starts to come forward, but immediately backs off once Cody Clark shows the slightest inclination to cut him off. Big kick to the midsection. That one landed and followed up after it was caught.
Well, if Cody Clark's going to be effective with that, instead of pushing with that leg, he has to elevate it. Try and test the flexibility of the kicks of Jimenez. And if you keep elevating it, big guy like Jimenez goes down, you can get that body on top of him. You can tire him out really fast.
Oh, nice combination there. Going head, body, head. There's Cody Clark. That punch landed. And another right hand lands from Jimenez. He's in trouble here at the end of round 4. Cody Clark teeing off, but Jimenez will survive for a 5th and final round.
Cody Clark just secured himself that round. It was not clear up until that last 10 seconds who was going to win that round. Cody Clark, the last 10 seconds, he took that round away from a possible Felix Jimenez round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that last flurry there in the last 10 seconds put the exclamation point on the round. Said to the judges, I won this round and here's why. And he landed several punches and Jimenez was just ducking and covering, hoping for the best. And we can take a look here at the replay.
Here's that kick, and now Clark comes in and he closes the distance. He's finally got Felix trapped, and Felix tries to respond with a big punch, but this is back and forth action, body head, body head. Good work by Cody Clark, the round saving Felix Jimenez there, but that is a round steal. He might have already been winning it, but that is definitely a round secure by Cody Clark.
So the 5th and final round for that piece of hardware right there. The coveted Hard Knocks Championship belt, the amateur championship in our heavyweight division on the line here as Cody Clark and Felix Jimenez will come out for the 5th and final round. 3 minutes to a championship for Cody Clark on these judges' scorecards at this table. Felix Jimenez may have to finish this fight if he wants to take home that belt. So the fighters meet at center. And this time Jimenez not so easily giving up the center of the cage, lands a nice jab.
Needs to stand in there, needs to show the judges that he is okay from that initial or from that end flurry by Cody Clark at the end of round 4.
Which again, easy to say, you've got to stand in and go to toe-to-toe with Cody Clark. Again, this fight, the equivalent of a bantamweight fighting a lightweight. It's not something that happens every day. You see a 25-pound weight difference between these two fighters. Jimenez trying to come forward. Again, another kick to the midsection. And again, Cody saying, no, not low, just low-ish.
Well, they sting when you get kicked low like that. They sting, but good on Cody Clark. He doesn't try and play it up for the referee. He just wants to fight, and I think that he senses that he might be in a little better shape than Felix Jimenez at this point in the fight and doesn't want to give Felix a chance to recover.
Again, 14 years separating these two fighters as well. Jimenez fighting for the title at age 40. Cody Clark just 26. A couple of nice hands coming from Cody Clark after he catches that kick.
And again, elevating the kick takes Felix Jimenez to the ground. You elevate that leg all the way up, test the flexibility of Jimenez, but Cody Clark content to keep it standing. He says, look, I'm getting the better of it here. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cody Clark wants nothing to do with the ground game with just 35 seconds to go in a championship fight that he's likely winning 3 rounds to 1. Clark coming forward, trying to find the finish. Again, just 20 seconds left now. Cody Clark chasing down Felix Jimenez. They've spent the majority of the fight in that corner. Jimenez now trying to come forward, trying to end this fight with short time left, and Clark ties him up against the cage, knowing that there's very little time left. His corner keeping him educated. Jimenez goes for the trip, but it may not be enough here as round number 3 may come to, or round number 5 rather, may come to an end. And again, I've been informed now a minute left in this round. Cody Clark gets back to his feet and is now lying on top of Felix Jimenez.
He cannot strike the head of a down opponent, but gives Felix an opportunity to get up and standing. So inside a minute remaining here in this heavyweight championship fight, and it has been exactly as we thought it would be. Cody Clark using that pawing strength to land on Jimenez. Jimenez having the big right hand, but unable to land it on Clark.
Big swinging right from Clark, just missed. Oh, and Jimenez loaded with everything. Less than 10 seconds to go. This fight is over. Your winner and new champion will likely be Cody Clark, an entertaining 5-round heavyweight tilt.
Gotta love heavyweights who go the distance. This crowd is appreciating the effort that they put in as these guys left everything in the cage tonight.
So Cody Clark will likely be the victor here against Felix Jimenez, and will be taking home the championship fight, or the championship belt with him. They used to call him the Lumberjack, now they call him the Grizzly, and he pawed his way to victory here tonight against Felix Jimenez.
Stranger things have happened. Felix Jimenez might have been able to steal that last round with the takedown, but again, it'd be interesting to see. The judges' scorecards are being added up as we speak, and within the next couple minutes, we are going to be crowning our heavyweight champion.
So the two fighters meet at the center of the cage and congratulate one another. Just doing the math here for the judges. 5 rounds. And again, Cody Clark, your likely champion. Solid performance from Felix Jimenez. Stood in there, took a lot of punishment, but was just never really able to get out there and really kind of impose his will on the fight and get out there and really kind of put his stamp on the fight. Cody Clark, on the other hand, controlled the fight from start to finish and really was out there and really prevented any offense coming from Jimenez. Jimenez is probably the quicker fighter, but Cody Clark, when he had to be, got his blocks out there, a lot of caught kicks as well. Our champion will be backstage with Kayla Spies shortly after this fight. You can find that on Facebook. The official decision is in, though. And so for the official decision to crown our new champion, here's Jaden Nance.
And now, the official decision brought to you by Big 4 Motors. The winner by split decision, and new Hard Knocks Fighting heavyweight champion in the blue corner, Felix the Cat! 'Cause. 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 '
Well, Felix, you're getting the belt around your waist.